I have you institutionalized again, where they medicate the crap out of you and you go back to zombie land forever. Play date with the kids just won't be the same.
What's good, y'all? Welcome back to another reaction on this channel, man. Today we are in tune for another very interesting topic of conversation, okay? Now, before we get into this video in particular, I want you guys to be mindful of what's been going on the internet for the past couple of months, all right? I want you guys to be mindful of how many celebrities from various platforms have been coming out and speaking openly about their experience in the industry. We have had NBA player Kyrie Irving come out and speak his opinion and then get publicly shamed for his own points of view. We have had an individual by the name of Jeffree Star come out on Twitter and openly express his affiliation with the Illuminati or secret society, and how they tried to penalize him for speaking out against it. We have had Kanye West, who on multiple occasions exposes what's been going on with Balenciaga, what's been going on with Adidas, what goes on in the music industry, and how handlers are actually a formidable force in the Hollywood industry, okay? We have had Andrew Tate, who exposed the Matrix. We have had so many people who have been actually speaking out honestly and openly about their experiences and what we don't see on a public day-to-day basis. And yet they all get penalized for it. Now, I find this story to be very interesting because Kanye West has recently come up as missing. According to his ex-manager, ex-business partner, Kanye West has been missing for about 2, almost 3 weeks, hasn't been returning phone calls. Apparently, he went to Ghana for some fresh air to avoid all of the heat that he's been receiving from the entire Adidas and anti-Semitic statements that he made. So he went to Ghana, allegedly, but yet hasn't been returning anyone's phone calls. Even his close family had to file a missing persons report on Kanye West, okay? Now, we all know how animate he is about hanging out with his family and being with his kids in particular. And even for the Kardashian Christmas photos that I guess they take every year, Kanye West was not in those pictures. So I'm very, very concerned about Kanye West. This is probably one of those situations where they take an individual like Kanye West and try to reset him for the Matrix so he can fulfill his purpose as a puppet of the industry. But this is what I mean on how once you try to escape, they automatically try to either penalize you, put you away, or publicly humiliate you. Same thing that they did with Kyrie Irving. Same thing that they did with Andrew Tate. Same thing that they're doing with Kanye West. Same thing that they've been doing with so many celebrities over the past couple of months that it's actually becoming very, very clear as to what goes on in the secret society, okay? Now, this video right here is actually from a previous clip that we watched in which Kanye West was speaking about how Jay-Z and Shaq are being handled by controllers, or what they call to be handlers, and how Kanye West's mother was also a sacrifice. This is the pretense to that clip right there. So we're about to hop into it. He says something very, very interesting that I want you guys to hear, okay? But let's get it, man.
Ari Emanuel asked all these businesses to stop doing business with us. Now, yeah, I was in negotiation with Adidas because that was my issue. They were getting lawyers to sign over my IP, different things without me being aware of it, like people signing on my behalf. And this is part of the problems I had with Adidas. So now the world has got to see how Adidas was as a partner. The fact that they would attempt to steal my designs. That's happened a lot in history, right? Right. But now y'all get to see it in real life. Like, and that's the difference. Like, let's read this Harley text out loud when he was threatening me, you know,
listen carefully,
forcing me to apologize, you know, about the frustration. And no one ever said, okay, this is what you're doing. Even the fact that TMZ is going to say Kanye West, right? And my name is legally gay now. It's always some form of disrespect. No matter if you're the richest black man or what happens. What's up, bro? You part of this?
Es ballet.
There's what?
Es ballet. Es lo que ¿No? Ponte un poquito atrás.
Ya, por favor, gracias.
Gracias.
Just go over there, man. Since that he was a part of the whole making. This is how he was threatened. This is a trainer, but come to find out, he's actually Canadian intelligence, but this is my trainer. So this shows you the kind of handlers that are around the superstars in California, right? So it says, I'm going to help you one of a couple ways. First, you and I sit down and have a loving and open conversation, but you don't use cuss words. And everything that is discussed is based in fact, and not some crazy stuff that dumb friend of yours told you or you saw in a tweet. Second option, I have you institutionalized again, where they medicate the crap out of you and you go back to zombie land forever. Play date with the kids just won't be the same.
Wow, bro.
This is the way a Hollywood trainer was talking to me.
Wow,
to
bro.
force me to go and like apologize, right? But
wow, bro. This is a Hollywood trainer. Now, obviously, I had to do my research. This Hollywood trainer also was training with Kylie Jenner. Also was training with Justin and Hailey Bieber. So now it almost forces the question, it almost imposes the question in my mind like, wow. Are people being coerced and handled, as they say, through their personal trainers, through managers? Like, how are they victims of these handlers, bro? I really need to know, because that's something that we haven't really spoken about on this channel before. That's something that's very, very hard to find actual evidence on, bro. We don't know who are handlers, and we don't know. The only thing that we know is that there are a thing as handlers, and the only thing that we know is that these celebrities are being controlled by handlers. Those are the only two things we know, but we don't know anything other than that. But I want you guys to listen to what the hell this handler just forced Kanye West to choose. Listen to this shit, bro.
where they medicate the stuff that dumb friend of yours told you or you saw in a tweet. Second option, I have you institutionalized again, where they medicate the crap out of you and you go back to zombie land forever.
Wow, bro. God damn.
Play date with the kids just won't be the same.
Wow, bro.
This is the way a Hollywood.
I don't want you guys to take that shit lightly, okay? Because they will force Kanye back into medication if they have to. This is why I'm questioning the fact I don't really think Kanye West is missing. I don't really think Kanye West is in Ghana getting a breath of fresh air from all of the heat that he's been receiving lately. But we have to find out what's going on with Kanye West. The only thing that will tell is how he comes back. I want you guys to pay attention to how when Kodak Black goes to jail for whatever causes that he goes to jail for, whether it's gun possession, gun charge, whatever the media proposes, whenever Kodak Black comes back from jail, he's always a completely different person. It's like they remodel his clone every single time, bro. He's always a completely different person. There are also clips of Joe Biden. Like, they will show a Joe Biden 1 and Joe Biden 2, and each prototype has different features, a different eye line creasing, different earlobes, different nostrils, different mouth gestures. Like, they show different prototypes. And that's a whole different topic of conversation. My point in saying that is I wonder what they're doing with Kanye now, bro. As a man who had so much power, so much money, so much influence, in fact, that he was one of the very, very few billionaires. I want you guys to realize the only reason why he named Jay-Z and Shaq in this topic of conversation are because those are very, very few black people who have a lot of influence, bro. Very, very few. They only give that power to a select few people. Because as previously mentioned in Kanye West's videos about the whole entire Jewish society running the industry, everybody is Jewish, bro. Everybody on top, everybody who makes the big bucks is Jewish. Kanye West broke it down. There are literally, you can look up executives. You can look up the C-suite of Warner Brothers. You can look up the C-suite of NBC, the C-suite of every different news channel, every different marketing agency. You can look it up and see who is actually running the company. Those are the only people who get the big bucks. These rappers get pennies in the water. Rappers get paid less than social media influencers, bro. I want y'all to be mindful of that. Rappers don't get shit. They just look nice. They got the diamonds and the bitches. That's all they realize they need to appeal to you. That's all they realize that they need. But individuals like Kanye West, who was given an opportunity to be at a top tier echelon of the entire community, somebody that they probably felt like they had a control over in the beginning, to weasel their agenda into his music or into his message. Once they realized they couldn't do that, they revoked it from him. Revoked it entirely. He is no longer a billionaire. He is no longer of that upper echelon status. He is getting threatened to get put back on medication. No longer has his family. No longer has influence on his kids because now they're being influenced by their demonic mother, Kim Kardashian. There are a lot of different attributes or a lot of different factors to this equation are actually being affected by Kanye West being missing. So I'm very, very curious to see what happens. But let's continue, bro.
Trainer was talking to me.
A trainer, bro.
To force me to go and like apologize, right? But even though they ended the deals, and you know, Farrakhan said, hey, you know, did he really ever have it? Let me explain to Farrakhan what that meant. I mean, my contract for Adidas was for 4 more years. My royalty was $500 million a year. That's what I meant when I said the $2 billion was lost in a day. Because of the negotiation with Adidas, I wanted to negotiate something where it's like, okay, you guys, you'll take the Yeezy, but we still get the royalties. And people saw it's like when we dealt with George Floyd different than, I'm gonna put the money in it. You know what I'm saying? I put $2 million. I always support it in every one of these situations. So you think about if Harley was part of intelligence, right? What kind of people you think are surrounding my kids? What kind of people you think are in that house right now? My kids go to Sierra Canyon. It's a Jewish school that doesn't teach Christianity, teach Christian kids.
This is what it is,
At
bro. It's the
Christmas
truth.
time, they're teaching Kwanzaa to black kids. They say, hey, this is your Christmas. This is all indoctrination. This is all mind control. You gotta understand, like I don't believe I'm putting myself at risk because I think God uses me for a time like this. He put me in this situation and had y'all follow me from George Bush Don't Care to Beyonce Had the Best Video to now. For some,
My boy was on national television and said George Bush doesn't care about black people. Kanye West is the realest dude, bro. Nah, Kanye West is a walking prophet, bro. Kanye West will go down in history. Kanye West will go down in history, bro.
y'all are interested. 2 Chainz said, "Why sell belt buckle?" Well, y'all niggas shoulders looking like y'all are interested for some reason, and they wanted to medicate me every day. You realize, like,
That's crazy, bro.
they could have just
Swap the pills.
switched to medication.
Facts.
And
Kill
I
him.
wouldn't be here.
Take him out.
And on the news, they would have said it was because of a mental issue, right?
Yeah.
I ain't never been back to the hospital since 2015, but every time they say I'm crazy, it's just when I'm saying the truth. So what's the crazy part, really? What's the crazy part, really?
The crazy part is that you're saying the truth. That's the crazy part. The crazy part is, damn, this nigga's saying the truth. He must be crazy. Cause if he wasn't crazy, he wouldn't be saying the truth. Because he knows what the fuck we're gonna do to him. This nigga must be crazy, knowing that we're gonna do this to him, and yet he's still saying it. That's like you touching a fire, knowing it's gonna burn. Of course, that person is gonna be called crazy. That's exactly what Kanye West is doing. My boy Kanye West is literally throwing oil, gas, fucking matches, coal, anything flammable that you could think of into a burning fire. And they don't like that, bro. They don't like that at all. But look, man, I'm gonna end this video right here. If you guys did enjoy, make sure you do leave a like down below and subscribe. And I'm gonna catch y'all next one, man. Peace.